very good question. It's also a very complicated question to answer. Instead of saying one specific event or one specific technology, I will say that everything that has enabled people with disabilities to actively participate in the current world, it's for me what makes 2019 very different. We do have, for example, a natural language in artificial intelligence and allows translators to work in real time and to capture the richness of different languages so they can people can communicate even that there is a cultural language barrier. You do have a lot of the artificial intelligence solutions that may allow people who are blind to really see by communicating with different apps that will tell you what they're doing, where they're going, what is going around, so they can really interact with the world. You have in our gaming industry, in the Xbox console, you have now certain features that will allow people to game, basically recognizing the different kind of disabilities they have, so they're not going to feel limited or restricted. So anything for me that incorporates this 1 billion people around the world that somehow have certain levels of disabilities into the current state of affairs, I think that is, for me, the most important technology today. AI is an evolving technology, and is a good technology in the way that is related to augmented human curiosity and human intelligence. So for AI to be a good for force, and for AI to be used in a way that bring progress and development to all the different societies that it should operate, it has to be ruled by certain principles. I think technology should be fair in terms of that it should incorporate and should include as many people as they are represented. Technology should be safe, meaning that security principles needs to be applied so you can really trust the security you use. At the end, a technology is a good technology only if it's a technology that people will use, and people will use only things that they really trust and did understand. So another principle, guiding principle for AI should be to be accountable and transparent, meaning people need to understand how technology is used, how their data is used, but also they need to understand the potential of the technology so they can take full advantage of it. And finally, I will say that technology needs to be, AI needs to be accountable, so there needs to be a principle of accountability, meaning that companies like us and users, they really should be responsible for a proper use of artificial intelligence, so it really unleash the good that is inside of it without really focusing on those certain areas that can provide or can present certain challenges. I think the answer is yes. I will say that maybe will not be only one institution, or maybe not be one organization, but there should be a set of principles that are reflected in regulation that not only will allow innovation, but also will really make sure that this innovation produces certain results. So when you look at history, and maybe the one disruptive technology that many years ago you might have seen as bringing the potential for good, but also bringing the potential of certain challenges, might be nuclear energy. And the world came together, and the world created the Nuclear Energy Agency that is actually based in Vienna. And countries were agreed to abide by those principles, and you have inspections, and at a certain point, while nuclear energy may have a lot of risk and present, if you follow the principle by the Nuclear Agency today, you will see that they do inspections, they set up standards, safety standards. You will see that nuclear powers is built in a certain manner. While I think we're maybe too early to understand really what is the kind of agency we need, whether it's going to be worldwide, when it's going to be, like works for region. I do think that a dialogue between governments, multilateral organizations, and the private sector, it's needed. So we all find common standards, and we all find common principles, and we all really put the ethics and the responsibility in the development of AI. It's the good news is that we are in the early stage. This is a new technology. It's a technology that is evolving. And I think that the important conversations are happening as we speak. So I feel confident that They will be translated in principles. They will translated in a regulation that will allow innovation, but also will really feel that people safe about how their data is used. They will feel safe about how their private information is used, and they will safe about the results that they will see in the benefiting their own lives.